listening to the ASMR music radio show, Deep Sonic Grooves.
This is your interplanetary journey, a divine excursion across the galaxy. The force of the rhythm to set you free. Loosen up and unlock the key. Soaring in a higher plane, shedding all that came. It's time for a soul break to make those vibes quake.
what a glorious way to start the show off. This is the ASMR Music Radio Show with yours truly, Chris Rock, here for a couple of hours, bringing you just the best music that I can find with that deep sonic groove. Starting off with a couple of deep garage tracks there. First up, we have Babs Presents. Big shout out to you, mate. You bought a record off me a few months ago. Hope you enjoyed it. And that was called I Wanna Move. And then that was followed by Danny J. Lewis and Kinda Love. Love myself a bit again. So how are you doing this week? It's been a tough week this week from everybody. The weather in the UK has been dreadful. I was slipping and sliding and getting caught in the snow. How much fun was that? But now we're back and it's warm, deep and glowing. So what have we got on this week's show? Well, we've got a three from in this hour from Moiss Music. I decided to showcase some of the new music that's coming from them. They've got tons of it as usual. And I'm going to play 3 tracks from them just to give them a bit of a showcase. I'm in the mix. In the next hour, I've decided again that I'm going to do a mix of deep house mix in the next hour. We've got loads of alternative, broken, deep, beautiful stuff, and a 2 from the soul. It's back to normal scheduled programming. But let's play this. Something brand new from Matt Gillespie. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. Enjoy. Yeah, Matt Gillespie, man. That guy is absolutely killing it right now. That is so good. That's called Can't Get Enough, and that's floating around right now. Just get it. Or put it on your streaming sites. That's what I do. I'll put it on my Apple now. I've gone to Apple, believe it or not. I was on Tidal for ages, and then Apple syncs up all my playlists. I love it. It's fantastic. So I can play all the stuff for the show, all of my 300 odd playlists from the show as well. They're all on my Apple Music. Love it. And it's high res too. Anyway, right, let's get on with our top 3 tracks. And this week they are, again, just delightful, fantastic deep house music. I played one of them last week. The other 2, actually, I've played all of them in various things, in mixes and stuff. Going to start things off with something from Matias V with that gorgeous Christophe Salin remix. And this is called Body Callin'. This is the ASMR Music Show's top 3 tracks.
listening to the ASMR Music Radio Show. Big, bad and serious. Keep it locked, don't move. It's a house day.
As I always say, that was our top 3 tracks, and hopefully they'll be yours. So just throw them on your streaming playlists and enjoy. They are so good. So first up we had Matias B with the Christophe Salin remix of Body Callin'. That's out there on Listomania. Big shout to Igor Gonya. I bought this and then he put it on his promo site, so I've got it as well. And there's another track on there with a Simplex Motive remix. Can't remember the name of it, but it's another bang. I might play that next week. Then that was followed by KIDPLUGG, something brand new on Cyanide Music, and that was called Rewired. Again, I picked that up. You see, a lot of these tracks, if I don't get them sent to me, I'll just buy them. So a big shout out to Oscar Burda. I know it's really tough in the music business at the moment, so people are skint, so I will buy the music if I can afford it. And then we had JayDee Martin and that gorgeous track called Pray. It's just so deep and atmospheric. It's beautiful. Right, that was our top 3 tracks. Hope you enjoyed them, and I know that you will go and support those tracks in the future or right now. So I'm going to go into the mix. There's some good music out there right now, so I'm just going to go mental and play some absolutely beautiful deep house music. We're going to kick things off with a double-double, as usual. We always do the double-double first. From Humph Music, with something from Ricky K and Demarkus Lewis. Check this lot out. See you in about half an hour, I guess. Chris Rock in the mix. If you want more of this, then go to all the W's, asmrmusicshow.podomatic.com for the love of the underground mixes.
To the ASMR Music Radio Show. Big, bad and serious. Keep it locked, don't move. It's a house thing.
finding elements that fit into a composition, using elements that have already been experimented with and making them into something totally new, repurposing voices and tones and sounds.
This is Chris Rock in the mix. If you want more of this, then go to all the W's, asmrmusicshow.podomatic.com for the love of the underground mixes. telling you, 2026 is going to be a huge year for deep house music. The music already is just ridiculous. You heard that a lot. How good were they? All mixed in by yours truly. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, if you want to pick up the mixes, they are the Love of the Underground mixes, a lot of them, and they're on our Podomatic site exclusively. So what I mean is you can actually download them direct to your players, your MP3 players, or your whatever. So that's worth looking at. Or you can just stream them on the podcast sites. Right, what do I play? So first up we had Ricky KK with Set Me Free, and that was part of a double-double with Demarkus Lewis and Feed My Vibe, and they're both out on forthcoming, I think. Then we had Funky Childs and Burda. I think Burda. Anyway. And then we had Kevin Yost with Mo Cream's remix of Here We Go. Then we had Claudio, Giordano and Elsa. Then we had Tony Deledda with Echoes of the Soul. That's lovely. Then Dirtytwo and Repurpose. That was followed by Jack District and Small Talk. Then we had a double-double from Frank Roger. He just keeps throwing them out there and they're so good. First up we had Elevation, then we had High Scream, and at the end there, playing under us, Ross Couch and Too Far Gone. Good music, man. Right, let's play one more before we go into our three from. This is absolutely beautiful. Joe Paciello and NWN have come together with a beautiful track on Large Music, and this is called Imperfection. Superb stuff there. Imperfection, Joe Paciello and NWN. Get it, it's on Large Music. Right, now we're going to do a three from, and this week's three from is from Moiss Music and Moiss Music Black. He also has a label called Yasina and Hive. The music that's coming out is unbelievable, so much of it. I kind of thought I'd just pick three tracks which I thought sort of cover this label's high quality. These are all promos, they're all forthcoming or floating around on a promo. If you're on a DJ, you can get these on promos on places like Traxsource or Beatport, you know what I mean? Anyway, just get into this lot, and if you like Moiss, go find them on Bandcamp or go find them wherever you can find them and support the label. It's prolific with its output. So, three from Moiss Music.
This is the ASMR Music Radio Show. Three from.
Yo, 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 this is Dom Scott giving a big shout out to Chris Rock, the ASMR Music Radio Show, supporting the best house music on the radio. Keep them coming, keep it deep.
Many men have told you that without them you would fall. But let me tell you something, baby. You are beautiful, beautiful from inside out. So don't you ever doubt the beauty that lies within. Set it free with your wings. You would fall, 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 you would set it free with your wings. You would fall, 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 you would fall. Set it free with your wings, little girl. Don't go too far now. Baby girl, it's time to turn your life round. Little girl, don't go too far now. Baby girl, it's time to turn your life round.
Welcome back. This is the ASMR Music Radio Show with yours truly, Chris Rock, aka Uncle Chris. What do I just play? So we had a three from there, Moiss Music and Moiss Music Black. Fantastic labels. Big shout out to Alex Moiss. Thank you for all of your support over the years. The music is fab. So first up we played A Fish Called Wonder and Dr. Knight and Take Time. That's about to come out on the label. Then we had Reflex and Funk You, and that's on Moiss Music Black. And at the end there, Alex Moiss himself with a cut called Turn Your Life Around. Very nice indeed. Wrapping up hour one of the ASMR Music Radio Show very, very nicely. We got the two from the soul coming in hour two, but just before we close it down, let's play this. Something absolutely spanking brand new, which I found on Traxsource this week. It's gorgeous. It's coming out on Mole Music, which I'll probably get a promo of it, but I bought it anyway because I need to play it in this week's show. Check it out. It's by Gigi Fagiado and it's called Brenda. I'll see you in hour two for hour two from the soul.
You are listening to the ASMR Music Radio Show.
If you want to reach out to the ASMR Music Radio Show, it's simple. ASMR-music@pm.me.
You are listening to the ASMR Music Radio Show.
Running free, moonlight on the sea, it shines for me. Sweet bird, tenderly, raindrops, summer heat, the heat for me. Birds in Mother Nature, we can hear your sweet symphony. As hot as the sun is, we're losing the shade. We're breaking a promise. We're placed in a way. Let's look to the future. Lead us to it. Mother Nature, come show us the way now. You can hear her when she calls. Won't hear her whisper, she knows. Let's live for the future. We can do it. Mother Nature, come show us the way now. We can be if we could only see true nature. Sweet bird, tenderly, raindrops, summer heat, Birds in Mother Nature, we can hear your sweet symphony. As hot as the sun is, we're losing the shade. We're breaking a promise. We're placed in a way. Let's look to the future. Lead us to it. Mother Nature, come show us the way now. You can hear her when she calls. Won't hear her whisper, she knows. Let's live for the future. We can do it. Mother Nature, come show us the way now. Birds in Mother Nature, we can hear your sweet symphony. Show us the way now. Come show us the way now.
This is Randolph Matthews, and you're listening to the ASMR Music Radio Show with Chris Rock.
Welcome back. This is the ASMR Music Radio Show. Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. Music that makes your brain tingle and makes your ears tingle as well. That was our little break from the madness of our deep house and alternative music. Our two from the soul. So what do we play? First up we had MF Robots and Show Us the Way. Very nice. Big shout to Will Some Such. Happy New Year. And then that was followed by Robo Hands and One Good Deed Every Day. I like that. That's a good album, that Robo Hands album. It's called Orange and it's definitely worth checking out. Right, so what we got coming up now too? Well, we got loads of kind of alternative. We got a little bit of Afrobeat. We got South African deep house. I'm going into the mix. There's a lot to look forward to. Believe me, it is a good hour. Let's kick things off with something brand new on Apparel. And this is by Zachary Burns. It's called Oh Yes. Indeed, Oh Yes.
Yo, 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 this is Bodhisattva and you're now listening to the ASMR Music Radio Show. Stay tuned.
den lilla pojke, det som du är sönder. Det måste vi prata om. Det måste vi prata om.
Smack bang right in the middle of the ASMR Music Radio. This week's show has been absolutely wonderful. So if you've missed it, go back to all the playbacks. We've got Mixcloud, which is part of the Global Soul Network. So go to Global Soul or Rockism on Mixcloud, which is ROCKIZM. Or you can go to Podomatic, which is the source of the podcast, which is all the W's, asmrmusicshow.podomatic.com. They're all on there, and the Love of the Underground mixes too. So what did we just play? So first up we had Zachary Burns and Oh Yes. Then we had LB Hon and Brooker. And at the end there we had something spanking brand new from Offshore and Cohen and Now. That's really nice. Acid in there as well. Right, let's carry on with that kind of deep sonic alternative stuff with something from South Beach Recycling. This is gorgeous. It's called Breakfast at Joe's.
smiles. It brings the smile. Oh, it brings the smile. It brings the smile. Oh.
the music is just so good at the moment. That was 3 back-to-back. Once again, just keeping the music playing and my voice to the minimum. First up, we had South Beach Recycling from their Breakfast at Joe's EP and the title track Breakfast at Joe's. Now, you've got to check that out because that's about 9 minutes long. I only played a little segment of 3 minutes of that. Please go and find it, download it, stream it, whatever, and check it out. It is so good. Then we had Sixum Soul and Smiles, and then we had Karma Sound and Puzzles. Right, let's do a little bit of Afro now. This label, Sondela Recordings, have been sending me music for the show for about 2 years now, and every track I've had to play, it's just so good. They're just pure Afro. Such good music. And this came in this week. It's by Ape Drums. It's called 222, and it is a absolute banger. Mate, check this out. That is so good. Ape Drums and 222 or 222 or 222. Who knows what the title actually is? Yeah, I know. I'm not that funny. So just before we go into our South African Deep House selection, well, it's kind of is South African. It's King Aya. He's put a tune out. I absolutely love this. It's more Afro and it's kind of slides nicely between Afro House and the, dare I say it, the 3-step of the South African Deep House. So check this out. It's called Church in the Wild, and this is something else.
You're listening to the ASMR Music Radio Show.
Body came in my direction.
Yo, this is Theo. And this is the ASMR Music Radio
lovely, delicious South African deep house there. 3 tracks on the back-to-back tip. First up we had King AR and Church in the Wild. Then we had Jazzanova with That Night featuring Victor Duplay with the Nutty Nice remix, or remake as he's called it. It's gorgeous, that was. And at the end there, Joseph Jr. with Macman and You Don't Know What Love Is with the DJ Octopus dub instrumental. Do like that. Now, a lot of those are featured in our Love of the Underground mixes, which are on our Podomatic site or on your podcast sites, wherever you're listening to. Just search them out. They're called ASMR Music Show Love of the Underground Mix, and they are full of juicy deep house, lovely mixes. I think you'll love it. Right, let's play one more South African, very deep house track. I got this week from Oh So Coy. Big shout to Matt Prin. This is gorgeous. This is by Master Clato. It's called Dirty Horse. That's the sort of track that you've got to sit down and listen to all the way through. It's about 4 minutes 40, so we got most of it in there, but the whole EP is fabulous, so I'm going to be featuring a lot of the tracks on that. That was Master Clato and a cut called Dirty Horse. Right, we're going to continue with the South African deep house, but we're going to go into the mix with a lot of the kind of more European deep stuff. I'm just going to go in the mix. There's so much good music out there. I just want to play it and get as much in of it as possible, but also as well just combine them so they're nice and blended. So we're going to start things off with South African deep house DJ and producer Leslie Deep. This is lovely. It's called Hope. Enjoy the mix. I'll see you in about 15 minutes, something like that.
You're listening to the ASMR Music Radio Show. Big, bad and serious. Keep it locked, don't move. It's a house thing.
Global Soul. Get connected. You're listening to the ASMR Music Radio Show. You're listening to the ASMR Music Radio Show.
just wrapping this week's show very nicely up there with a little bit of a mix at the end. Started things off with Leslie Deep and Hope, and then intro beats followed him with Move With Me, then Matt Pren and Rough Night, and then we had Black Eyes and Vibing Times in the Hydro City. Yes, sounds like a top-selling sci-fi book. And then that was followed by Borka and the Gang and Player, and at the end they're Wearing Shoes and Under the Strobes. Wrapping things up for this week's ASMR Music Radio show. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. It was a lovely show this week. The music is just outstanding. I'm sure you will agree. So, that just leaves me to say I'll see you again same time, same place next week for more ASMR music. Yes, Deep Sonic Grooves from yours truly. Playing us out, Martin Iveson. Wonderful track this is, and it's called Thought Be. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and most of all, keep it deep. See ya. Have a great week. reach out to us on the social networks. ASMR Deep House Music Show on Instagram, and on Facebook we're simply ASMR Music. Pow.